Hi everybody, this is Fraser O'Leary with Extraordinary Agent TV, and very excited to have one of my elite agents, Matthew Cockerham from ReMax 100 here in studio, talking about what it takes to build an extraordinary agent business and provide extraordinary service. Matt!
Hello, Fraser.
How are you, sir?
Good, good.
Matt, before we get into the nitty-gritty of being an awesome agent, why don't you tell me a little bit of how you became an agent in the first place?
Okay. I think I was probably destined to be a real estate agent. My dad actually was a real estate agent and followed in his footsteps a little bit. I always knew I wanted to own some kind of business, and real estate turned out to be the right one, and I've got into it since 1993. I've been in real estate and loved it ever since.
Wow. So that's 1993. That's a long time to be in real estate. Now, what? Tell me a little bit about how your business has evolved since you got started in the business.
Well, I think a lot of the people, when they get into the real estate business, they think there's going to be a lot of freedoms and there's got to be a lot of control of their own schedule. And initially, that's not always true. Yeah. But I guess as far as the evolution of the business has gone, we've grown from where I did a lot of marketing and things like that, and I figured out early on it's a tough way to make a living. And I figured out if I just take fantastic care of my clients, they'll refer me other great clients. So I evolved from a business where I was really doing a lot of outsourcing and spending a lot of time marketing and trying to go get other clients, to a business where I pour myself into my current clients and they refer me new people, and it really allows me to take just phenomenal care of the people that I've got.
So right now you say that you work, you get most of your business through referrals from your existing clients,
right,
and your past clients. How do you take extraordinary care of your clients? What's that mean?
Well, I myself am dedicated to making sure that I stay on top of the industry, stay on top of technology, and what that allows me to do is be sure that I can help my clients navigate all the speed bumps as you go through a transaction. A real estate transaction is a lot like an airline flight. There's going to be some turbulence as you go, but as long as the person who is piloting the plane knows what to do when you hit those turbulence, it's not a big deal. And so if we can stay on top of the transaction, stay on top of what's going on in today's market, we can help our clients navigate through those things and make sure that they have a successful and as smooth a possible transaction.
You say about today's market, I mean, there's a lot of talk about what's going on, and there's all these short sales and REOs and foreclosures, and the market drops and up and down. What's your experience of the market? What would you tell people about what the market is like right now?
Yeah. It's an interesting question, because what I see, since we're based out of Northern Virginia in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, we're to some degree insulated from the rest of the United States, but what I find is our clients are watching nationwide news. They're watching CNN, they're watching MSNBC, and so they're getting this national news feed that's reporting on a nationwide real estate market, but real estate is not a nationwide thing. It's a very localized market, and then so our DC market is actually doing very, very well. The most recent article I read is that we're the 8th most stable market and one of the most solid markets in the United States for real estate. But if you watch the news, you wouldn't see that. And so, one of the things that we're seeing is we just want our clients to know it's local. Things in DC and then in Northern Virginia are going along great.
Right, right. You talked about leveraging technology and doing stuff to serve your clients. What are some ways, we've talked about this, we've talked about a lot of stuff like video and some of the cool technologies like Listing Book that we were looking at. What are some things? I mean, you're an agent and you're also associate broker at ReMax.
Right, right.
So what are some things that you see that agents can be using and can be doing to be more successful?
Well, you mentioned that I'm one of the managers of the office, so I have kind of a unique perspective. I get to see what all the agents in the office are doing and go, that worked really well, and that didn't work so well. And I've always been a student of the things that are working right and the things that are the highest value to the client. So in using technology, some of the social media things out there, some of our clients have better resources to get their house in front of friends, family, coworkers than we do even. So we leverage not only our own personal Facebook pages, but our clients' Facebook pages. We're utilizing YouTube right now. We have a lot of stuff that we're doing to get the properties out on the market. It's said that over 90% of home buyers are starting and utilizing the internet throughout the course of their search. So we're driving tons and tons of money and tons of promotion onto the internet. Allows us to put a lot of text, photographs, and really present the properties in the best light possible.
we're talking about, you're working because of the way you run your business. You get to work with clients, provide really great care to the clients, and then that sort of comes back to you in terms of referrals. What do you like the most, like the least about working on a real estate transaction?
That's a great question. I think I approach every transaction as though I was working with a family member, and I'm going to give you everything that I've got, and I give you the most honest answers that I've got. So I would say what I like the least probably is maybe the period of time where my client's not quite so sure if they can trust me yet. Mm-hmm. Now, eventually we get to that point because I think that they realize that I am coming from a place of having their best interests at heart. But that time where they're not quite sure yet, and they're not quite sure whose information to believe. Everybody's got somebody at the office that's telling them something that's contrary or the newest thing or something they saw on the news. So that period of time where they're not quite sure who I am and not quite sure what they can believe is a little bit of a frustrating time because I'm like, I just want to help you.
I'm trying to help you.
I want to get you where you want to go, and I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times.
Right.
And I'm exactly 180 degrees from that. My favorite time is when we can just go, here's what we need to do. Mm-hmm. Let's get after it. Let's get you to your real estate goal. Because, quite frankly, a real estate transaction is a stressful transaction most times. People don't do it that often, and it does cause a lot of anxiety a lot of times, whether you have a smooth transaction or not. There's just an upheaval in life. And so if we can get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible, it's a good thing.
So you've been doing this for 17 years, if my math is, thank you very much, if my math is correct. Do you have it all figured out? Is your business all figured out, or can you basically, is it like turnkey yet?
It's not all figured out because it keeps changing on me. Yeah, I guess it's the nature of business. But I think what we have from a client's point of view, or what they would probably want to know the most about is, I know a lot of what could happen within this transaction, and I know how to make sure that we navigate through it. And if I get thrown a curveball, because I've been in the industry long enough, I have enough connections with a phone call or two, I can find a solution or I can find a person who has an answer for us. So I don't have it all figured out. I would be scared of somebody who told you they had everything all figured out, but I do have a good resource and a network full of people that can help me figure things out as we go.
Gotcha. Well, one of the fun things that you're doing is homevaluetv.com. Did I do it right?
You did it. You did it.
Awesome. There's my plug, homevaluetv.com.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about what that is.
Okay. As I've been on YouTube and all the different internet sites and things like that, I thought, what a great medium. I really enjoy getting my information through video. And so I know there's a lot of other ways you can read and do these things. I learn a lot from just hearing somebody talk. So I thought, how could I translate that into something that would provide value to my clients? So I'm starting a website called Home Value TV. Idea being there will be videos up for buyers, videos up for sellers, and videos up for owners that would help you increase the value of your property and just ongoing maintenance projects. So anywhere from a 3 to 4 minute video clip. We plan to continue to post it and flesh out the website that way, but it should be a good destination for folks needing to buy or sell a house, but also a fantastic destination for your ongoing ownership to be sure that you're building equity and making the right moves while you have your property.
Going from that point, obviously you're building your business, you're doing a lot of stuff to try to get yourself more leverage. Let's take that you're building an extraordinary agent business. Next step is the extraordinary life around it. And you and I have talked about some fun things that you're doing. What are your challenges, or not challenges? What are your goals for 2010 beyond just building the business to be a great business? What are some things you want to accomplish on a personal side on 2010?
Sure. I've said this, and we've talked about this before. I am the manager of the office, and one of the things I hammer the agents, I say, your business is designed to give you more life, not be your life. And I think that should be true for anyone in any job. Your job is not your life. Your job is designed to fund the rest of your life, to feed your family, put a roof over their head, and to fund fun activities. So with my business, some of the goals that I have, I've got half marathon goals in life. It's about 4 or 5 years ago I got the shotgun sports bug, and so I've actually taken some courses to learn to teach people how to shoot a shotgun and go out and shoot the clays out of the sky, the orange discs out of the sky. So it's a very cool and satisfying feeling to not only be able to do that, but to be able to teach somebody to do that. And so to have my business be able to run and provide a life that would allow me to go and do some of those hobbies that I really love is a pretty cool thing.
And you're also, I know you're doing some sort of boot camp or some sort of thing. What's that about?
Just a fitness class that we're in. It's a group of us that get together at least 3 times a week and kind of kick each other's butts and get in better shape and refuse the aging process or try to reverse it as much as possible. But give us energy in life so we can really have the ability to enjoy the life.
Great.
Yep.
Well, we're going to take a break and we'll come back and talk a little bit more with Matt. Thanks so much for coming on, Matt.
Thank you, Fraser.
And we'll be back.